afternoon, Camp Davy Crockett.
I'm Hayden.
And I'm Zeph.
And I'm PopTart.
And welcome to the Camp Davy Chronicles.
We made it to summer camp.
It's
finally
2023.
That's true.
Once again, we are here.
I can't believe that it's 2023. Just think, not too long ago, I mean like 5 years ago, so not too long ago, literally. When people say that, they mean like 20,000 years ago. But not too long ago, we started summer camp, and now look at us. We are here again.
Yeah, you know what occurred to me earlier today? I've been working on camp longer than my director had when I started working.
That's awesome. I still...
It's kind of scary.
Yeah, it's true. And now you are the director.
I am.
That's crazy.
Speaking of directors...
Oh, yeah, you're still here.
Yeah. I had not planned to come back this year, but I got kind of roped into it. Rooped, yes.
Word of the day.
Rooped. JD had approached me at the winter party, the Christmas party, and asked, "Hey, PopTart, you want to be the assistant program director?" And I was like, "You're darn right I do."
Great JD impression, by the way.
Yeah,
I know. I did.
That kind of sounded like PopTart, if I'm
I mean, the PopTart impression was really good.
I know. I pride myself on my PopTart impression.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I'm here, assistant program. Why they chose to promote me, I don't know, but I'm not going to question it. I'll give it my all.
Because you're funny and you're social.
And JD is not funny or social.
Both attributes that he does not have. So, I think there is something important that we need to cover before we move on.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what are you wearing?
Oh my gosh. I am wearing the Camp Davy Chronicles official Trading Post merch.
Oh my gosh, I have one too. Look at this.
Yeah, you should show them the back before you turn it put it on, so that way we can show them.
Well, if you're watching on the video, you can see the shirt. There you go.
It looks like a spodcast. It looks like a Spotify thing. And a cool feature that we talked about is that it's actually scannable. And if you want to listen to every song that has ever been at a campfire, plus more that have been played here at Camp Davy Crockett, you can actually go on and scan it, and it'll bring you to the playlist to show you the songs.
So it's actually going to be that extensive?
Yeah.
As far as like dating campfires back like years?
Hopefully.
I don't know. It's the playlist we made for Conclave a couple years ago. I don't know if it has
and
all
we
the
are
campfire
slowly adding songs to it. A couple years ago, we started a playlist that had all the campfire songs, or as far as we could remember. And so we'll be adding those, and it'll be great. It's also, of course, if you're watching this, you already know, but it's got the podcast playlist as well, so you can go in and catch up on those episodes.
And you can buy your very own shirt in the Trading Post this summer.
Yeah, we got 2 of them, so that means there's 2 less to buy.
They're going quick.
They are going quick.
Camp's not even open yet. They're going quick.
They have sold more this week than they have ever sold before. Which is a factual statement.
How much are they?
So this is okay, let's see if I can get this right. Small to extra large is $20. Extra large, or 2X and 3X, is $25. So I had to pay an extra $5, which is terrible.
Well, I'm sure you'll make it.
I won't. But they're really not. I mean, if you've had a shirt from camp, they're made out of the same material.
They're purple.
Yeah, they're purple.
What more can you want?
There's no other shirt.
We haven't had a purple camp shirt.
Speaking of camp shirts, though, we also have this one back on sale again.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the really old one from like 2013, 2014. We finally got some new ones in the store that are finally updated with a new dining hall on it as well.
Yeah.
Describe it for our audio listeners what it is.
Oh, so on this shirt that I'm wearing, it is an upside down map of camp, right? So anybody looking at the shirt will look at it and go, "Hey, what's that?" It's a conversation starter, of course. But you're wearing it here on camp, and say you're like a new camper, right? You don't know where you are at camp, but you know that you're at Pioneering Shelter. You can pull the bottom of the shirt out, look down, and it's got all the paths across camp to every shelter here on camp.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
Right there on your torso.
Yeah, don't be one of those people who says it's printed upside down. It's on purpose.
Yes.
I'm watching y'all.
If I hear it one more time,
Don't be one of those people.
I'm not responsible for what happens after you say that.
Exactly. It's done.
Actually, I think you legally are.
Legally, yes, yes.
So, anyways, so you mentioned earlier that camp it has started, but it really hasn't officially started for some of our listeners. So, what do you mean? Explain.
Who are you
What have we done this
explain?
week?
So,
Either one.
actually, we don't even have all of staff on camp yet. So it kind of like it really hasn't started, and it also like really has because we did have a full week of program with ROTC cadets, and we have 2 weeks of that this year, just like last year.
Right.
And the next week will be another week of ROTC and our staff training week. So it's going to be a packed week of stuff.
Packed week. Yep. Could have said it better myself.
But this week we have been running program for the RTC, meaning we got people from Navy, Marines, Army, across the whole board. They're here on camp doing stuff like lakefront challenges, pool challenges. We got Navy out on the point sailing on boats. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, everybody seemed to have a lot of fun. I always enjoy the ROTC schedule. Well, no, whoa, back up.
Hold on there,
I
buddy.
do not enjoy the ROTC schedule, but I do enjoy getting to see the ROTC cadets and, of course, the cadres that come back every year. And I've learned that a lot of the cadets get to come back, every now and then. Sadly, I was talking to a group that I enjoy, and their school, the way they do it, only allows them to do it if they're a sophomore and junior.
Mm-hmm.
So they won't be able to come back senior year. So just before I forget this, I don't even remember what school it was.
Wow.
No, but he'll know what I'm talking about when he listens to this, because we specifically talked about on the range that I needed to shout him out,
And he'll know that you forgot his
and he'll
name.
know. No, I know his name. I just don't want to say his name. Because,
Okay.
But a specific thing is that he made a bet that one of his cadets in his group wouldn't get the dime award, and then they got the dime award.
Wow.
And he lost it and had to do 40 push-ups.
Only push-ups? I thought you were talking money on the table.
No, we can't. You don't know gambling.
No gambling.
But you can bet for push-ups.
That's true.
Here at Camp
And he
David
did.
Crockett.
Well, yeah. And then he lost. So,
Well, that makes him stronger. 40 push-ups stronger.
that's true.
40 push-ups strong. It's a center of measurement. 40 push-ups. Specifically, 40 push-ups stronger.
So how many push-ups are you strong? 10?
At the moment, in a row, probably 35.
That's
40.
not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, 5 off from 40.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know. But yeah, no, we've had a lot of fun this week. What have you guys been? Because I've been at the range. What have you guys been doing?
We've done some odd jobs and things around camp because I'm not involved with the RTC program at all, and you're like only in name, really.
Yeah.
Whoa, gosh.
Only in
He
name.
has the shirt for RTC staff, but he's just he's not doing stuff
He's
with
just there.
them.
Yeah, right.
So we've been doing a lot of stuff together, but we've done like cutting tree branches off the trails, and we cleared the Bowman Trail yesterday.
Yeah, I did see. I think it was on your Instagram or maybe your Facebook or
Snapchat.
Snapchat. That's the one. That I saw the picture of you at the top of the Bowman Trail, which is a cool picture. Good picture.
Thank you. I pride myself on those.
Pictures?
Yes.
Couldn't tell.
Pictures.
Anyway, if you have, I may have cut you off there. You look like if you have more to say on what we've done this week, PopTart.
As far as so like for me and Zeph, we've done much more on the staff, the scout camp side of things than ROTC. For me specifically, outside of that, I've just been running around to program areas, making sure they have everything they need, and helping out in any way possible. Pool needed a lot of help this week, giving swim tests, having extra lifeguards around. I'm not lifeguard certified, but I am reach pole certified, so I'm halfway there.
It's enough. You know how to hold a stick.
That's strange. That
I am certified to hold a stick and save someone's life with that stick.
Okay.
Wow. That's impressive.
It is very impressive. But
is that just in water? Or is
only in water, yes. No. If somebody's hurt out in the field, I can't save them with a stick. I'm not certified.
Okay, well, don't do that then. If you move to the lake, or what does it count in the lake?
I actually don't know.
Okay, because these are important questions.
Question for Caleb.
I don't even know if we have a reach pole at the lake.
Well, I don't know. Anyways,
we did spend a whole afternoon driving around fire extinguishers.
That's
that was
true.
Fun.
Like just driving them around, giving them a tour.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here's Black Bear. If there's ever a fire here, please put it out.
It's your job specifically to do this.
This year at camp, we got sentient, like self-using fire extinguishers.
Wow.
They can detect. No, I'm just kidding. They don't actually use. Use a fire extinguisher yourself if you
human
need to.
operated fire extinguishers is what we got.
We're
not there yet.
Yeah, you detect the fire and you use the fire extinguisher.
We don't yet have the budget for AI fire extinguishers.
Please don't scream at the fire extinguisher to do its job for you.
Oh my gosh, we should get like people put like the say open on door stickers and stuff. We should get that for the fire extinguisher. Say put out fire. That's a terrible idea. But yeah, you know what's sad? I was kind of sad that we didn't get to have a fire this year. Like this week.
You mean a campfire?
Right.
Not like, yeah.
Oh man, I'm getting tired. But we didn't get to have a fire this week because it's always like my favorite part of camp. Normally we have two, but we didn't get to have two this time.
Well, it's
we didn't get to
because
have any.
the ROTC program is just not as fun. No, I'm just I don't know.
Whoa.
I'm not involved with it at all, so I can't really talk about it.
I think, and we talk about this every year, like doing stuff,
Right.
is that the ROTC schedule is a lot more challenging because you're getting up earlier, you're working longer, but the cadets that come and the cadres that come, the cadres are their leaders and the cadets are the students that come from each high school. Just in case you don't know the terminology, trying to be explanatory over here. I forgot where I was going with it. Oh yeah, they're
cadres.
They're not necessarily funner, but they're more interesting, and you build that relationship with them, with knowing them as a friend. It's pretty.
They're more interesting than the scouts.
No, that's what I was trying not to say.
So like the cadres, they're like the scoutmasters, right? They come and they are there many years in a row, long enough to get to know the staff members. So getting to see them return and having fun with them every year is awesome.
Yeah, it's just a different dynamic.
Yeah,
it really
is. Yeah, because I mean, with scouts, the schedule's a little simpler, and there's a lot more free time. With this, they're a lot more pushed, and they're a lot more. Just kind of going around and like forced to have fun.
Have fun or get out.
Or else.
Mandatory fun.
Yeah. But I don't know. I've always enjoyed it. Now, it's funny I say that because I always enjoy when it's over too, because it's like finally I get some real sleep.
Yeah, we have to get up half an hour earlier for ROTC.
Me and Zeph have been consistently rolling out of bed a solid 10-15 minutes before flags. It's
10-15 minutes is not bad.
10-15 minutes is not bad. No.
I get up an hour before flags. And I because I set a goal for myself.
Okay.
I normally took a shower at night.
Yeah.
And so this year I'm going to take a shower every morning because
Before
it makes
flags.
because I realized when I was going to college, or I still am, but like during the season, it made me feel so much better and more awake when I took a shower before classes. And so I'm doing it. And so far it's been going great. And I've been more alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic.
This is what I've been telling you for years. Morning showers are better.
So you get up 15 minutes early.
Well, no, I try to get it in between breakfast and classes.
Oh yeah.
He just takes very fast showers.
Yeah. Anyways. But yeah, we've had fun. A lot of dime awards. We didn't have near as many as we did last year. We had 72. Well, I guess that's more than last year.
That's a
a
lot.
lot of dime awards.
72.
I don't know what
And
you
then we
mean.
had quite a few archery awards, which was strange because I think we only had 13 last year. This year we had like 124 archery awards.
Whoa, I'm sorry.
Almost,
How many cadets are there?
Almost every cadet got archery award, which is amazing.
Well, congratulations.
Dude, that award ceremony is
I know,
going to be
that's-
long.
Yeah,
Oh my
Clayton's gonna have a lot to read.
Ken Clayton.
No, don't make fun of Clayton. I can't let you make fun of my staff like that.
That's right. It's your job.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're the shooting sports director now. How has that been? Like, how does that feel?
We have shot a lot of pellets because they use air rifles, and so we've shot a lot of pellets, 13,000 to be exact.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. In 3 days, 13,000 pellets.
Dang.
Between 10 schools, 11 schools technically.
Genuine question. How much do those containers cost?
I
per
have
container?
no clue. I tell people that I need pellets and they go get me pellets.
What you worried about behind the scenes is not your job.
Yeah. So I couldn't tell you. I know when we bought them last time, they were like $5 to $10.
Oh, okay.
But that's probably a little higher now, so I'd probably say 15
Okay.
a back.
I mean,
but there's 1,000 each.
Yeah, they're pretty. There's a hefty amount in those little
Right,
cans.
yeah. So,
By the way, for our people who are watching on YouTube and can see the video, we are currently in an undisclosed transitional location because we have not set up our studio yet.
Yeah, don't you enjoy our lovely blank white wall?
I mean, I feel like it's kind of, aesthetically pleasing.
It does have character.
It has the aesthetic of a nuclear bunker. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
Look at this lovely white wall.
There's going to be a handprint there now forever.
No, it's not fresh paint.
Well, now there's going to be a handprint.
Now there's going to be.
So the question is, we're talking about ROTC. ROTC weeks are normally the weeks that we use to prepare for summer camp volleyball.
That is true.
So we're playing volleyball tonight. The question is, are you going to record and put it out, or are you just going to let the people be?
I wasn't planning on recording.
We don't have the full amount of staff.
That's
here.
true. We don't have a full
we
team.
don't have a full scope as to how the team's going to be.
That's
so
true.
I think save it for next week
Right.
and possibly record it.
I'm fine with whatever, but I meant to ask, and now I'm remembering.
Okay. So live on the podcast, just asking me. That's fine. I will. Next week when we have all staff, I might record and do like a highlight reel. That's probably not the full thing until week 1.
Okay, week 1. Look forward to the volleyball.
The volleyball game coverage.
Yeah, we're gonna try. I have some interesting editorial ideas.
Yeah.
And
So
so
like transition
Yeah,
between
yeah.
you hit a ball and it zooms in on the ball. And
Slow-mo replays.
Oh, yeah, maybe
Slow-mo replays.
Close of JD missing
Drone
the ball.
shots.
That'd be hilarious.
Just
We really increased the budget for
Yeah,
volleyball coverage.
I think you overestimate our ability to do all this with one camera.
you'd be surprised what you can do with a phone camera these days.
That is true.
Like my phone, the Samsung Galaxy S20.
The best
Wow.
phone brand.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Hey, Samsung.
Yeah,
It's a call, right? But it can record in super slow-mo, and it works. It's a little bit grainy,
Right,
yes, but that's how most slow-mo cameras work, is it lowers the grain, how much the resolution, so it can record in higher frames per second. But it works amazing.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, we actually record the podcast on a phone.
Yeah.
So that's what we're staring at is a phone right now. You are,
Hayden's phone specific.
you are a little phone right over there.
Hayden talks to his phone often. This is fine. This is
That's
normal.
me.
Well,
Actually, I do have a funny story. If you want. So the other day, yesterday, I think it was, they have potatoes in case like a cadet or something doesn't like what their food they're having, so they have baked potatoes sitting out, right? Okay, so I had full intentions on getting a baked potato, so I got butter for the baked potatoes,
Right.
Okay, and I proceeded to put the butter in my pocket, as you do. And I had planned to go eat a baked potato, which I needed the butter for.
this is like the little packets
The little
of
packs,
butter.
yeah.
You're not just putting straight butter in your
I didn't go back and just get a stick of butter opened and just go in my bucket.
I can already see where it's going.
And so I go on about my day. I never eat a potato because I was like, I finished my meal and I was like, I really don't want it. And so I just go on about my day. Well, as the day gets hotter and I work more, the butter starts to melt in the pack, okay? And so I'm sitting in the office, and all of a sudden, my leg feels like there's something dripping
It feels goopy.
down my leg.
It feels goopy.
And I'm like, what in the world? And so I pull out my phone, and it has butter all over the phone. And I'm like, what in the world is this?
So
And
it
then
was in a sealed packet.
And I sat on it, it busted or something, and there was butter everywhere.
Well, I guess you apologized to your phone and
Yep, cleaned it up. You can't even tell that there was butter once on it.
yeah.
I don't know. It's,
If there's a little smudge on the video over the lens,
that's
now
just
you
butter.
know why.
Yeah. So, anyways, how often do y'all butter your phones?
at least once a month.
Yeah, that's true. Good.
You gotta move it up a bit,
Keep
right?
the internal parts working.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, PopTart, since we have you on as a special guest and you are the assistant program director this year, what are you looking forward to this summer?
What I'm looking forward to. So I'm looking forward to using an office, right? Absolutely. I have an office, and that's really cool to me. Never had an office before, but that's not what I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to having a full overscope of what's happening at camp, because beforehand I've always just been ego bound, right? And so I've moved up, and now I can see how everything works from above and not just from the side. So I think that's going to be really cool for me. I'm going to really enjoy that.
That's true. The only problem is that most of staff is taller than you. It's
I'm metaphorically.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we purposely sat in rolly chairs so that way we could even our heights out instead of so his
They're
chair,
about the same height. I don't know what you mean.
Is all the way up.
It's lower than yours. What do you mean?
Well, yeah. So maybe from a middle perspective instead of a higher perspective.
Well, at the same time, though, being in that metaphorically above position and knowing all about everything that's going on camp might be a little scary.
That could have its ups and downs.
No, don't get me wrong. I am terrified.
Yeah, because the stories I hear from JD and Mike and Dale are like, oh man.
They've told me some horror stories, and they told me the horror stories I need to look out for, right? And that's what I'm not excited about. I'm excited about working with the good staff members, right? Like seeing these two run their programs. I'm really excited about that. Yeah,
I do have to say,
you guys are the closest examples I got, right?
Yeah,
talking to the camera.
figuratively and literally.
Figuratively.
Literally the closest examples. There's no one else within like 10 feet of us.
But yeah,
within this nuclear bunker that we're in.
I am excited, but I am terrified.
I'm excited when we get into staff. I think, and I've said this from the beginning, that I think that you will do an amazing job because you have that personality that's so outgoing, and you like the kids love you, obviously. And so I think that like when you get out there and you do flags and you work at campfire and stuff, I think you're going to do amazing. I've always said that, and I always believe in that because it's you have that amazing personality that's able to do that, which is something that I've never like been able to fully reach into but understand. But like I said, I've always thought, I'm going to say always, like 10 times. And just keep saying
interesting.
That.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times now?
Yeah, well, it's always been right on the top of my mind. So, but we were talking about being short. Well, Clayton is short, okay? And I learned that he teaches archery from a chair.
You just figured that out? Oh, okay.
You haven't seen it?
No, because I've been running my
I thought it was a little step stool when I drove by.
No, but I wish it was. So all of these cadets are like tall. Like they're tall cadets. And
like
so,
to me, they're like right here most of the time.
And so, that's probably 6 feet, just for our audio listeners, because right here it doesn't mean anything. So he has to stand on a chair to be able to see where they're shooting, which is hilarious to me.
Gosh. So
oh, man.
Okay, when you said he taught it from a chair, I was picturing him like sitting down on the job.
No,
like you're saying he's standing on a chair to be able to
get a
see.
picture of that.
We do have to try to get a picture.
Oh yeah,
we'll try to sneak a picture of it.
Instagram moment for sure.
If anything, I'll get a picture of it on my way down to Coke.
Oh yeah, okay,
I got you.
But yeah, I have not seen it because I was busy running mine.
Well,
that was the chair. I thought that was somebody.
Okay. Do you have a word of the day for us?
Oh man, I'm interested.
So flip a coin, 1 or 2.
1.
1. Okay. So the word of the day.
That's not how a coin works.
There will be. Sure, he picked 1 or 2. It works for me. So this word is kind of a funny word in the sense that we had an argument about its pronunciation on staff, right? That word is triskaidekaphobia, right? Triskaidekaphobia. I'm emphasizing that because there's another staff member that believes it is pronounced triskaidekaphobia. It is not. Sketty. Yes.
Triskaidekaphobia. Or triskaidekaphobia.
Yeah.
It has an AI in it.
So are you the two that are arguing about it?
No.
We
were in agreement.
So which way do you think? I assume that the skyway is.
Yeah, sky is the proper way.
Skyway or the highway?
The beginning. The beginning of it is spelled Triskai.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sky.
But to Gracie's credit, she was the one who was arguing. I was thinking about I can say who it was, right? Yeah.
She's on staff. Cool.
Yeah.
To Gracie's credit, Oxford English Dictionary does recognize triskaidekaphobia as an alternate form, but not the primary one.
It technically refers to it as the Oxford Dictionary does not refer to it as this, but I took it as it meaning with an E. It is slang. Right? It is a slang term for triskaidekaphobia.
Okay, so what does it mean?
Triskaidekaphobia means the fear of the number 13.
Because it's unlucky.
It is
So-
very unlucky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah.
okay. I just
It's,
imagine.
there is a reason for it. Is it a good reason? No.
I just imagine somebody like walking down the street and seeing the number 13 and just running away really fast. And they're like,
Yeah, I think it would be more like you have 13 people when you're in a group and you're like, oh, this is unlucky, we need one more or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
You know?
But like to like a more larger scale where they're genuinely might be freaking out.
Right, yeah.
Right. Not just, we need one more person.
Yeah.
I could understand that. I'm not that person, but, whatever. I don't care. Numbers are numbers.
Not superstitious, only a little stitious.
Yeah,
Just
only a
I'm a
little
little,
stitches.
I'm a little superstitious. I don't know.
Yeah, I am, I agree.
Okay. Anyway, it is a good word. Use it in your everyday conversation.
Please do. Yes.
Just don't say it 13 times or something unlucky happens.
Try
It's like
saying
a-
that
it's like a
13
genie in a
times
bottle.
fast.
I really hope somebody listening to this genuinely has this.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
No.
No.
Freak everybody. It's like the camp genie. You take a
13,
printer and
13,
it comes
13,
out.
13, 13.
Stop. Okay.
Okay. Joke as well. or is that-
Apologies to all our triskaidekaphobic listeners.
The one of you there is.
Yeah.
All right. So
Wait, hold on. If there is, please explain to us what that means. Like somewhere, like send us a message or something and explain to us what it means to be that way. Because I'm more interested in that.
I am interested in the psychology
to-
behind that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, joke of the
Okay.
The joke of the day. It's not a good one, right? But then
What?
again, almost none of the ones on this show are.
You got
right?
What do you mean?
Y'all
We
who-
only bring the highest quality, locally grown jokes.
That's true.
Okay. So, why did the shopping cart go to therapy? It was tired of being pushed around.
No, okay. That sounds like a milk carton joke.
It is. Oh my gosh, the milk cartons. We got new jokes on them this year. Like
Three.
Three to
four.
five
Yeah,
new ones.
Yeah.
That's it.
But it is only on the chocolate milk ones, which
That's
are the
sad.
True Moo, not the Dairy Pure. So Dairy Pure still is
Yeah,
behind
we
the
should
times.
start a petition to get the Dairy Pure joke site back online.
Yes. So
And
Steven
so we-
won't have to sue them when he gets out of law school.
So we can get jokes on the back of the milk.
Yep.
That would be awesome. And then also, I'll talk about it later.
Okay. Also what?
This isn't a good segue to it. I'll talk about it later on when I find a good segue for it.
Okay. Do you want to ask some more new questions now? Because we have some new interview questions that we didn't ask you last year.
Okay, then this is
okay.
the perfect segue
Okay.
before we get into that.
Okay.
So, just so you know, I went to NCOC. I'm sure you guys knew that a couple years ago at Philmont Scout Ranch. Okay, right?
National Council of Chiefs.
Yes, National Council of Chiefs.
For the Order of the Arrow.
I just got a message like yesterday from that group that was there because it was kind of worked like Wood Badge and stuff where you like broke up. Our picture of our group made it into the 2023 revision of the OA handbook, and so I'm pretty proud of myself.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay.
You're asking first. Okay.
Careful smacking, man.
Yeah, gosh, yeah, you're not.
Sorry.
You guys are just not supposed to hit the table.
PopTart, I think we established who you are already.
Who?
But yeah.
Yeah, who am
Who are you? And what do you want to be when you grow up?
I?
What? Wait, what is your position? I don't think we've ever
Yeah,
actually.
we did.
Oh, did we
Assistant
address?
Yeah, assistant program
We
director,
talked
yeah.
about it for like.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about what he's looking
Yeah.
forward to, but
Yeah.
Well, for those of you who do not know, my name is PopTart here at camp in scouting, but my real name is redacted.
oh,
I'm pretty sure we put it in your episode last year.
Yeah, if you guys really want to know my real name, go look at the podcast name of the last one I was in. It's pretty easy to find.
It's the one with the big American flag on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Because it was July 4th.
Oh my lord, it was, yeah.
yeah.
What I want to be after I graduate college, I am going to college for aeronautical engineering.
Wow.
It is my dream and passion to be designing aircraft with a specialty in aircraft engines.
That'll be cool.
I'm really excited.
Yeah. So that's why you thought that word was pronounced sky.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know.
Planes.
Planes go in the sky, in case you didn't know.
Planes are just sky submarines.
They're just skyboats.
No, blimps are sky submarines.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
Ooh.
This
Okay.
could be interesting because I think you have like 1,000.
I have quite a few pet peeves, yes. I don't know why, But people that make an argument over which utensil is better, the spoon or the fork, it is the most useless argument known to man. And anytime I hear that argument, I get a little angry.
So which one is it?
Obviously, it's the spoon. No.
I don't know, man. No.
Well, like on a serious note, what is the best utensil?
A spork.
A spork.
Okay. I'm glad Brent agrees. Yeah. That was easy. So see, we didn't break the pet peeve because we didn't argue. We just agreed.
Yeah.
It's universal. But it's spork with like a knife on the one end. Well, I guess
like one of the camp utility.
No,
because
well, that's what I was about to say. Because the one that has like the fork, spoon, and knife all in one, it always cuts the side of your mouth.
Oh my lord!
But also, like a knife is much more useful if you can have the fork in a separate hand.
Right.
Yeah.
So
the knife is kind of an accessory.
Right.
Yeah.
So just one that has a spoon and a fork together.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
And the knife has to be separate. All right, Pop-Tart. What embarrasses you the most?
Ooh.
It's hard to. I mean, I've seen you embarrassed, I think, but it's hard to embarrass you nowadays.
Yeah.
You just do it yourself.
Yeah. No, I usually do it myself.
He doesn't have much dignity left.
Gosh. Okay. Kind of slamming me live on the podcast.
None of us do. To be fair, we all work on camp staff.
This is true.
You have to get over your embarrassment pretty quickly.
I've been here how long? My dignity's gone. What most embarrasses me? I usually get more secondhand embarrassment more than anything, right? So watching somebody get
We're not.
Oh, okay. They're handing something behind me. Watching somebody be way too overly confident in their abilities and ultimately just they're actually terrible at it. I get really bad secondhand embarrassment over that. But
that's fair.
I think my biggest embarrassment was probably I had a weird thing about my feet a while back.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed. That's my least favorite body part. When I play volleyball, I wear socks and then just throw them away because they inevitably always get holes in them. But that is, I have agreement with that.
So it's not like I'm embarrassed about my feet, right? But I don't like people looking at my feet.
Yeah, they're just. So
I feel embarrassed when people see my feet.
Yeah.
When people see my toes. So whenever I do play volleyball, I'm not weird enough to wear socks, but I always make a conscious effort that when I'm standing still, I bury my feet in the sand.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll have to catch a close up of that on the.
Please don't. Please don't.
Have a third
zoom.
Slow-mo replay of Pop-Tart burying his feet in the sand.
Put it in the highlight reel.
Oh man. Okay. What is your favorite trading post snack?
Okay. I don't want to be basic and just say my normal snack because my normal favorite snack out of like a store like thing is a Reese's cup, right? I am a sucker for Reese's cups.
They're so good.
They're so good, especially when they're chilled.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's my kryptonite right there.
You don't like Pop-Tarts? Okay.
No, Pop-Tarts give him power. Kryptonite is the opposite.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. You can weaken me by giving me Reese's cups. Yes.
Okay.
Now you know. If you're on camp.
If you need to throw something at me to make me stop what I'm doing, it's a Reese's cup.
Yeah. What if they make Reese's Pop-Tarts? Because
there is a chocolate peanut butter Pop-Tart, and it is my favorite Pop-Tart because when it's toasted, it smells and tastes exactly like a Reese's cup. But Pop-Tart, bring it back, please.
No, so
it's only limited. It was a limited edition thing, and they've only brought it back like twice.
When you just like spoke to Pop-Art in the third person.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Pop-Tart, the company, bring it back. I beg of you.
Add that to the Very Pure petition. just petition all these companies.
So if Pop-Tarts give you strength and Reese's are your weakness, what does the Reese's Pop-Tart do to you? Is it just neutral?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
It just feels good.
Cancels it out.
It just feels good.
So what is your favorite snack?
My favorite snack is probably the airhead ropes.
Oh, those are good, yeah.
Those are very good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Yoo-hoo. Would you guys count a Yoo-hoo? Because that's what I'd buy more of those from the trading post than anything else.
Yeah, see, I have to bring my own because I would like be in debt if I bought those from the trading post.
Put it on your tab.
Yeah.
Hey, you who sponsor us, right?
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Teleportation.
Okay.
Why?
That would
All right,
make
moving
getting
on. No.
that would make getting from place to place so much easier, right?
True.
I've thought about this long and hard. You can do so many things with teleportation, right? You can go visit the entire world and not have to worry about spending a single time, right? You could go, like, just say I'm late for work, right? But I'm never late for work. Especially, I just have to be ready by the moment I have to walk into my job.
Unless you sleep in, then you can
Unless you
still be
sleep
late.
in.
Yeah, but what happens if you sleep teleport on accident?
Now, you see, I don't have an answer for that.
I've never thought about
But
that.
I feel like with any superpower, that's going to become an issue. Like, what if someone said laser eyes? What if I accidentally,
No, 'cause your eyes are
laser my
closed.
eyelids off in my
that's true.
sleep? Right?
Oh my gosh.
Imagine that.
But no, imagine like someone sleepwalks that has teleportation.
Sleep flight, right?
Yeah, I know.
You wake up with
Yeah.
a bruise on your head and you're on your
Where
floor
was
like,
that?
what happened?
Does Superman sleep fly? DC, we need the answers
Yeah.
now. Okay.
Anyways. Oh, okay. What are some classes that you have taken here at camp? And what are some classes that you have taught here at camp?
Specifically favorites.
Favorites. Okay, okay, I was about
all
to
these
say-
answers.
about to say,
All these
well-
questions are favorite.
Yeah.
Start counting, right?
Yeah.
Classes that I've taken, my favorite class that I've taken on camp may have been space exploration. That was back like my first year of camp. That was so awkward.
Sorry, the space exploration.
Second embarrassment, no.
Like every other time, he just handed it to me like very. Anyway.
I was trying to read the rest of it.
Space exploration may have been one of my favorite classes that I took here on camp. That was like one of my first years. Nope, I take that back. Indian lore. Indian lore was a lot of fun. We had
Was
an
it with John
instructor.
Adams?
I don't remember. I do not remember the instructor's name, but so one of the requirements, I don't know if it still is back then, was you could make a spear or a tomahawk, right?
Okay.
I taught it. I still don't know.
This is like 2012, 2013 era,
Okay.
right? And this instructor, it's a good thing I don't remember his name, right? At the end of the week, he would let us throw them at him,
What?
Oh,
right?
gosh.
And his claim was that he was able to dodge them.
His
Right.
claim?
Yes.
Whoa.
And he actually was pretty good at dodging them, yes.
But they don't do this anymore.
These-
They obviously do not.
banned.
No, this is banned.
These
Yeah.
weren't like actually sharp, were they?
It's basically rocks on sticks, it sounds like.
Right.
They're rocks on sticks, okay?
Yes, they were rocks on sticks. But
This
No.
isn't something we would do.
But it did make, he was very interactive even outside of
Right.
that. That instructor made that class enjoyable, right? There's an easy way to make that class boring.
Oh, yeah, for
Right.
sure. I taught it.
Just, yeah, no, I'm sure he did a great job of making it boring, right?
Was there ever a time that we took, all three of us took a class together at camp?
There has to
No,
have been.
3 of us. I don't think. I know I took first aid with you my first
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. Because I know I've taken classes with Zeph, and I know I've taken classes with you. I just
All
don't think
three
I
of
there's
us
don't
been...
think
together.
we've ever all 3 had one.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll think about that.
Yeah.
If you don't know, we're all from Troop 240, the best troop, and so
Yeah.
we've had years to know each other.
Speaking of Troop 240, the next question is from.
I still haven't finished that question.
Yeah, that's true. He hasn't talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Sorry. Anyway.
So I haven't taught many classes here at camp. Surprising, right? I've taught maybe a handful of classes. You got e-prep, emergency prep. You got radio. I've taught a lot of radio.
Gosh, yeah, a lot of radio.
You can tell that's not my favorite. I've taught fire safety, electronics, electricity, and what I will say is my favorite. There's a reason I taught it for so long, which was Eagle Bound.
Yeah,
Is that one class?
pretty much.
Okay.
Technically, yeah. Eagle Bound, I've been there for 6-7 years. I wouldn't have stayed there if I didn't enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
I loved Eagle Bound. I still love Eagle Bound. I'll be up there as much as I can this summer, but
Eagle Bound, especially now, it's basically one big class.
Yeah, where I rewrote the program, it's all one big class separated into it's like a rotation station.
Yeah,
and it works very effectively.
Yeah, I do have to say, when you pitched that idea and like because you asked a couple people, and when I heard it, I was like, I just don't think it's gonna work. But it like last year when you like implemented it, it worked amazingly, and I was like, well, that's pretty cool. And the kids seemed to love it more than they did. Like, not that they didn't like the old way, but they seemed to have a lot more fun and be more enjoyed. So I was pretty interested.
You can, because an instructor could focus on. Sorry about that. The instructor could focus on one thing, which was, say, first aid. Right. First aid is normally the most boring part of advancement because it's usually really hard to make it fun.
Mm-hmm.
So this instructor could focus on nothing but the first aid and find ways to make it interactive in his own way without having to focus on how to make orienteering more interactive or knot tying. He only had to focus on that and that alone.
Yeah.
So it helped make the class more entertaining for the children.
Yeah. So when the way we used to do it, you broke up into each rank. Which rank was your favorite to teach? Because I know you taught all three that they taught down there.
I did not teach Tenderfoot.
Oh, well, I know you taught at least two of the three.
two of the three, yes. Second class was my favorite. For the most part, there were a couple of requirements that I did not enjoy talking about particularly.
Yeah.
Those are not taught here on camp anymore for that exact reason.
Now that is actually something that we have in common, is that me and you used to teach together.
Yeah.
And so,
you know exactly what you're not know exactly what requirements I'm talking about.
The fun requirements.
Yeah. Fun.
But that used to be interesting because that's when I first came in, and you were like the person that Jacob was like, well, Jacob, our old director, was like, well, you know each other, figure it out. And I was like, well, this is scary.
I'm scared.
So, but I think we had fun a lot of the times. So
yes.
I think the nature hike, when we used to do the nature hike, of course, I hate hiking. And so that was always fun is the best word that I can use to describe it.
It was one of the most interactive things that we could do.
Yeah.
The way that the program had been set up, it was one of the most interactive things that we could do in the time frame that we had.
Right.
So the kids almost always loved it. And they learned a lot on the nature hike.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Okay.
It was basically another free tour around camp, but you were looking for things besides, your program areas.
Yeah. Yeah. I've taken a few nature hikes.
Really?
Really?
Your nature hike.
Yeah.
Mr. Eco Director has taken some nature hikes.
Your nature hike isn't as fun as our nature hike.
Okay.
We would go down here to not down here. We're at a secret base. We would go from headquarters to the front gate. And then back.
Yeah, if you didn't know, our secret location is actually inside the front gate. That's
yes.
Yeah,
we are inside the metal of the front gate.
Yeah, there's a TARDIS room inside.
Yeah, the outside is black, the inside is painted white for some reason.
Well, I don't think we've ever taught together, but I know you did cover insect study once.
Yes, I forget about that.
Which is one of my favorite classes to teach. I don't think you really enjoyed it that much.
So, you were not the instructor of that class that year.
Right.
So whoever did write the lesson plan for that class did a terrible job. I will not name drop them. I know exactly who it is. And if you're watching...
See, but you have, in your job now, you have the power to change that.
Exactly.
Right.
In my job position, I can change that. If I look at a lesson plan and I say, hey, this kind of stinks, I need you to redo this. They have to do it.
Yeah,
right.
That's nice.
With power comes power.
With great power comes power.
Yeah, with great power comes more power.
No, actually, we did teach tote and chip together.
We did teach tote and chip. Yeah.
I don't remember why I ended up on tote and chip because I've never worked Eagle Bound, but I don't know. I was there.
But no, whoever did write insect study did not teach it very well, so I had to restart from the beginning, not knowing a lot of the course material, and that was rough.
I can understand how that would.
Especially when you have to cover for someone last minute.
Yeah,
it can be rough. But that's how we live life here. Anyway, our next and final question is from our scoutmaster, Dale Douthit, camp director.
was about to say Scoutmaster Selena.
Yeah. No.
She's doing a wonderful job.
She is doing a very good job. Our Scoutmaster when we were in.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, he was on our last episode, he was our last guest at Christmas, and he asked if you were in charge of promoting camp to a troop or individual, what would be your selling point?
We have a lot of good things on camp. That would be selling points.
I think the selling point should be the selling point.
Wow.
The sailing point?
I guess the idea is like, what would be your primary focus on like the angle of like you're trying to pitch camp to someone,
right?
You know,
we'll see.
Certainly this question has like no motives behind it whatsoever.
Let's get PopTart to sell the camp to somebody. Yeah.
Well, it's not. You're not selling camp to like someone who wants to buy. You're like someone says, I want to go to a summer camp, and you're gonna be like, oh, well,
hold on. Yeah. Imagine someone is listening to this episode right now, and they're not sure whether they want to come to camp this summer. What would you tell them?
Okay, come to camp.
Just come to camp. I'm here. Zeph's here. Hayden's here.
Yeah, you pointed at me for both names.
Zeph and Hayden's here. Right? That's all you need, right? No. I know this is kind of beating something that's already been said a lot. I can say 2 selling points. That's off the top of my head. First off, we have a new gun range, right?
Oh, that's true.
The cowboy action.
I completely forgot about that.
How do you forget about it? It's a big thing right next to your program area.
Because we can't use it for ROTC.
That's true.
Anyways,
cowboy action is a new thing that we've opened on camp, and we have 3 new guns for it. Technically 4. 2 of them being revolvers chambered in 22. We have a lever gun chambered in 22, and we have a side-by-side coach gun, which is chambered in 20 gauge. And it's a lot of fun, right? And I think that if you want to come for a shooting experience at a summer camp, we have what is regarded to be one of the nation's best cowboy action ranges to date.
Yeah, we have the world's biggest Boy Scout cowboy action range.
Boy Scout specific.
Yeah,
Scouts
BSA. Outside
Scouts
of Boy
BSA,
Scouts.
yeah.
Oh yeah. But outside of Scouts BSA, there is a quite large, like there's towns, like whole towns.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But specifically in Boy Scouts.
See, when I first heard that statistic thrown around, like it's the largest BSA cowboy action range, I thought it felt like such a weirdly specific thing that it was just kind of like, this is the only one, so it's automatically
No, there's other ones out
but
there.
apparently there's like a lot of them.
And outside of the scouting community, there is a huge community who does this like normally, just like cowboy action stuff. But yeah, you should definitely come down and experience.
Check it out. But my number 1 selling point, it's something that I hear a lot, but I will stand by till the day I die, and that is our staff here. Our staff. I've been to some other summer camps, and I can say that no other summer camps have as friendly or helpful of staff as here at Camp David Crockett. I can walk up to someone at Lakefront and say, hey, I need help finding something, or hey, do you know the answer to this? They'll respond accordingly. They'll be friendly. They won't be in your face about it. It's such a pleasant experience to have staff that are genuinely just there, that want to help you. That a lot of other camps around us aren't like that. So I think we should pride ourselves on that and sell that point, because I know a lot of campers, a lot of scoutmasters are looking for that specifically.
Right. Yeah, a lot of people, and like you said, try not to like over brag, but a lot of people say that our staff is one of the friendliest staffs they've ever met.
Hey, not to pat ourselves on the back, but we're just saying.
Yeah, we're
but I will say, even dating back to when I was a camper, though, like that is the main reason that I wanted to work on staff, because they were all so friendly and nice
and encouraging and everything else.
And then you have the kids alone will look up to the staff members, and I'm not trying to toot my horn, right? But I have
the best staff.
No, I know I'm not the best staff member. I am by no means the best staff member, but I can say without a doubt, when a kid recognizes me in public as PopTart, as a staff member that made an impact on his life, that changes me. That changed me, right? I had a former scout who is now a staff member here, right? He gave me a mentor pin because I was one of the reasons he stayed in scouting, and that made me cry.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And everybody here has that credibility. I know people at Lakefront get called out in public. I know people from shooting sports have gotten called out in public. And that's crazy to me because I've never heard that about other camp staff members from like other camps.
Yeah.
The connections we make with our scouts, with our students, with scoutmasters is well above what I've seen at other camps.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to go off on such a tangent. I apologize.
No, I'm pretty sure that's...
I am very passionate about
I'm pretty sure that's the exact kind of tangents that the executives at the council want us to have on this podcast.
Hey.
So you did a good job. Proud of you.
Hey, I'm getting paid, right? Yeah.
No.
Darn.
You need to leave now, right? Anyways. Well, I feel that your hair is a mess now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you made it all the way through the episode.
Oh, do you have a question for the next guest?
I do have a question for the next guest. So I was pondering this beforehand, and it's a bit of a silly question, yes. But what is your favorite cereal mascot? Everyone, you can tell what kind of person someone is by their favorite cereal mascot. No, trust me.
Okay.
You can.
And the kind of questions they ask for the next guest, too. You have from Dale's, like, sell camp to the listener, to
what's your favorite
cereal?
Well, that's what I came up with on the fly.
No, it's good.
Fair, to be fair.
No, we like to have a variety of questions.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
But I can say, if somebody says, I don't know any cereal mascots,
That's a sellout.
you can tell.
No, they have to answer.
They have to answer, but you can tell what kind of person they are.
It's true.
Maybe.
Someone who has never eaten cereal, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of cereal, do you have a thought of the day?
Yeah. Okay. So I think I told Zeph this story, but I'm not sure if I told you this story, and it leads into my thought of the day. So we were at the rifle range this week, and there were two cadets sitting there shooting their rifle, and a sweat bee came and landed on the rifle, and one of the cadets proceeds to say, "Hey, watch out for that bee," and the other cadet says, "That's not a bee, that's a baby wasp." Okay, now keep in mind that this is a sweat bee, and that baby wasps aren't real, okay? But that like aren't real to the fact that they
They
are
don't look
flying
like wasps.
around.
They're
Yeah,
in the larval stage.
They don't just look like small wasps.
They're
okay?
just, you don't see them because they're still being taken care
Right.
of.
Yeah.
So my question is there a point at which a wasp comes out and like is flying that is considered a baby, and then does it grow, like after it comes out, does it grow bigger later on and become an adult wasp? If I've learned anything from the Bee movie, there are such things as baby wasps or bees.
Huh.
I don't know if I would take the Bee movie as an educational value.
What do you mean?
Why not?
That's like our entire education program for the ecology
According
staff.
to all known
Yeah,
laws of physics.
Just keep in mind right now, the Bee movie is slowly happening to real life. Bees are going extinct, and
They're gonna sue us.
yeah, well, that's not quite why they got sued.
They're going to sue us for our use of honey.
Yep.
Oh, well.
So just keep that in mind. Here in a few short years, we might be movie in, and then
Right. My first instinct to your question is probably not. They're probably the same size, but I'll have to look that up and get back to you because I'm not sure.
maybe
So-
next week.
So, like, on a related thought, are they regarded by older wasps as younger wasps?
Yeah, is there a hierarchy?
Is there a hierarchy in wasp culture?
I don't know. Should ask a wasp.
I've tried.
I'm telling you, you're the eco director. You're the closest
Yeah.
one to him.
I know
You have the
more
best
about-
relationship with him.
Yeah, I would assume. I mean, I have more specific knowledge on bees, and in that regard, I mean, there's obviously the queen and the workers.
Is there
and
a
the
queen
workers
wasp?
have different. That would probably
It's the
depend
one
on
that lives down in the trading post.
Right, yeah, there is the one that lives in the roof of the ecology porch that's like 3 feet long. That's the queen wasp. But I'm not
For
sure.
the entire world.
It would depend on the species probably, and like the size of their colony, because some wasps have small hives that are like, you know, just
Right.
the little thing up, like the paper wasp thing.
Right, like
Yeah.
the size of a
Yeah.
golf ball.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just like a family or whatever. But like some of them, you know, like yellow jackets have much bigger nests. I assume
Right,
that
like
they
the
have.
size of a
The
basketball.
Brady Bunch nut.
Well,
wasp
yellow
nest.
jackets are like in the ground.
Oh, yeah. I knew
Yeah,
that.
but they have a bigger colony. I would assume they have a queen.
I don't know. one way to find out, that's to Google it.
Yeah.
So-
or dig up a wasp net. No, don't actually. do that.
Don't, please don't
So,
do that.
make
You're not
sure-
liable if you do that.
Make sure, well, don't do it at your house, do it at a friend's house. Make sure to go to the trading post and buy a t-shirt.
Yes. Buy a Camp Davy Chronicles t-shirt at the Trading Post this summer and say hi to the Queen Wasp in the roof of the porch.
Yeah,
Also-
but go ahead.
Buy the new upside down camp shirt. It's an awesome tool and it's a good conversation starter.
Yeah, but if you don't have the money, that's all right. You can still get the Camp Davy Chronicles patch, which will soon be updated. We will update you on how to get it.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about that yet. We'll have to tell you that on the next episode.
Yeah. So keep that in mind.
I wonder if we could have. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
All right. Is that all?
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right. Any last words, PopTart?
Thank you.
I mean, like for the episode, not for your life. We have you trapped here.
When I am between two people that I cannot get away from. Thank you for having me on again. It's been a pleasure.
All right.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the summer. See you at camp, and it will be a great day to be a scout at Camp Davy Fun.
Bye.
13, 13, 13, 13.
Camp Davy Chronicles. It's a podcast about Camp Davy Crockett.